Hi guys, I thought I'd get hands-on with the Sovereign today. This is one of my bullion ones that I don't mind handling and get my dirty grubby fingers on. It's nice to see these in cases and really high-end ones, but I think it's also nice to be able to touch and feel a Sovereign for real. So this is an ex-jewellery one in my collection, and I think it's quite good to have a wide selection of grades so you can appraise yourself. So this is a 1906, and what I wanted to do today is just put it up against some normal currency coins, give you an idea of the sort of size of them and give you a fair representation. If you have a look, I won't do this with anything decent, so trust me, but if you have a look with an English penny, it's just marginally bigger than a penny. It's got dimensions, it's 22.5 mil by 1.52 mils thick, but in loose terms, it's around about the size of a penny. And strangely enough, it's almost the identical size to the new £1 coin, which is quite interesting. So Sovereign, what are they? It's a pre-decimal pound. That's got a denomination of £1, and so is that. A value, on the other hand, there's a huge difference. So a Sovereign has 7.98 grams of total weight, which the gold content of this is 7.32 grams. So there's 7.32 grams of real gold in every single gold Sovereign. It's been that way since 1817, since we've had the modern Sovereigns. Yeah, the fineness is 916, so it's 22 karat gold. Interestingly enough, I was playing around with some currency and percentage calculators. So that there we have a pound, that there we have a pound. But that today, that's worth £1. And if you wanted to buy that today, I was looking at bullion by post earlier on, it's 286 quid to buy one of these. So pound for pound, that's 286 quid, and that's a quid. And in terms of percentage difference, which is, it's absolutely crazy, so I'll give you 5 seconds to work this out. So what is the percentage difference between that pound and that pound, considering that's 286 quid, or near as damn it? Give you 5 seconds, answers below. With that being 286 quid, the percentage difference is 28,500%. So the percentage difference between that £1 and that £1 is 28,500%. I've got to say that again, that is absolutely biblical. So it just goes to show that one of these is money and one of these is currency. So it's great to say, oh yeah, gold shuttle, it's really exciting, it's really good. But if you turn that on its head and look at it the other way, is how much this thing's depreciated. I mean, since this was around, I think this has lost all but 98-99% of its value. So it's quite shocking to think that, you know, that 113 years ago was £1, and today it's worth 186 quid. Interestingly enough, on another calculator, I put that in, and I was wondering, if you put this into a bank account today, for instance, you wanted a long-term savings plan, and you say, right Dave, I want to put this in the bank today, and I want it to be worth what that is today, 186 quid. Oh, sorry, 286 quid, sorry. So if you put that in the bank today, how many years, let's call it 2%. Most banks aren't even giving anywhere near 2%, but let's be honest, if we can say, look, that's going to go in the bank today at 2%, I'm going to get 2% for the entire life it's in the bank. If we put that in the bank today and say, I want it to be worth one of them, how long would it need to be in the bank for? Give your answers below. I'm going to tell you anyway, but it's a bit of fun. It's definitely thought-provoking. You would need to put that in the bank today, and that would have to stay in the bank earning 2% a year for approximately 285.5 years at 2%, for that to be worth that. That is absolutely bonkers if you think about it. So you would need to have that in the bank for near as damn it 3 centuries for that to be worth what that is today. There's no way of working out, but strange enough, if we were to hold that now and store it in a safety deposit box and pull it out in another 286 years or 285.5 years, I think it'd be worth a damn sight more than that. So it just goes to show the value difference of these pounds. I love it when people say pound for pound, and yeah, pound for pound, and I'd rather have a pocket full of them than a pocket full of them. So I thought that'd be a few interesting facts today. So the facts are: the percentage difference between that pound and that pound is 28,500%, and you would need to have that in the bank 285.5 years for that to be worth one of those. Absolutely terrifying when you think about it. It's good for gold coins, and absolutely it also shows that our currency, this stuff, is becoming practically worthless. Bit of a shame, but you can't get away from the facts. So it's nice to get hands on with the coin. Hopefully I've got some really nice stunning examples of Victorian sovereigns coming, which I would never do this with. I've got some really expensive ones coming, but it's also nice to get hands on with the coin. And it's also interesting to think this was money. This was in people's pockets. This was money. It's bonkers to think that, you know, the currency, when this was minted in 1906, had real value in the coin. It had gold content. It was worth something. In regards to if it was silver or bronze, it was still worth something. This thing, Cooper nickel, I haven't got a clue how much the metal content's worth in this. I bet it's pennies or even fractions of pennies, if that. So it just goes to show this is just nothing but a trading token. There's no value that I see in that. Yes, you can exchange it for some things, not much, and every year that goes by you get less exchange rate, but it just goes to show that these things had real value, and they still do. And also I've been watching the historic price of these at auction for a number of years now, and historic sovereigns, the prices are only going one way. So I would say if you're thinking about getting into gold, you can't go wrong with sovereigns. If you can pick up historic sovereigns around sort of bullion price, so again, if you were to buy a new one of these from Bullion Bar Post or another dealer, today you pay about 286 quid for one, give or take. But if you can pick these up at auction for, you know, Edwardian, Victorian ones, you can pick these up for 300, 350 quid. That's well, don't go and do too wrong for the long term. So thanks for watching. Nice little coin that, even though it's been cleaned and polished a little bit too much. I'll see you again soon. Ta-ra.